Get ready to sit back, relax, and unwind with me as we color and talk about mindful coloring and mindful spending habits. Let's settle in together for a little time that's only for you. No pressure, no expectations, just this calm space to be with yourself and notice where you are, where your breath is flowing, and what's gently drawing your awareness inward. Mindful coloring is not about making something perfect. It's about giving our attention a gentle place to rest. And mindful spending is much the same. It's not about getting everything right all the time. It's about tuning into what we need, what we value, and how we respond to things that pull at our choices. Before we dive into the heart of our thoughts, let's soften the shoulders. You can even imagine them letting go, just one notch lower. You might take one slow breath in through the nose and exhale as if you're letting a leaf drift gently to the ground. This moment begins with presence. From presence, new patterns gently form. When we talk about mindful spending, we're not talking about giving up things that bring joy. We're talking about becoming a little more conscious among the automatic moments, pausing just long enough to ask ourselves, is this for comfort, for function, for identity, for mood? Each spending choice has a little story behind it, and sometimes that story is foggy or quick or driven by a moment of low energy or need for connection. That's okay. That's truly okay. In this space, we don't chase perfection. We offer ourselves the space to notice. Let's start with one small technique, labeling thoughts. The next time you notice a tug to spend, maybe online or while out or scrolling, you might gently pause and name the thought behind it. Something simple like, I'm feeling bored, or this feels like a reward, or I want a little control. Labeling doesn't mean judging. It just helps the brain step into observer mode. Observer mode is where we find gentle curiosity, and from curiosity, wise decisions start to arise naturally. Now back here in this moment, let's breathe with that lightly. No need to hold on tightly. Just let your awareness shift softly, like mist moving in the air. Each breath anchors us here. Mindful spending is truly about alignment. When our spending habits match how we want to live, whether that's simple, generous, organized, spontaneous, it invites a deeper self-trust. Over time, our budget becomes like a mirror for our values, our needs, and our hopes, all coexisting with a little more harmony. One step that helps is the two-box technique. Imagine having two invisible boxes in your mind, one for essentials and one for intentional desires. Everything we spend money on tends to live in one of these boxes. No shame needed. Essentials are things like food, housing, responsibilities, intentional desires. That might be fun experiences, gifts, little treats, tools, or learning. When you feel pulled to spend, ask, which box would I place this in? Just asking starts a quiet shift, not to stop yourself, just to engage your inner awareness. The more you check in gently, the stronger your inner guide becomes. Let's pause here for a mid-script reset. Soften your focus inward. Notice your breath. Let your jaw relax slightly. If your tongue is pressing up, let it soften toward the floor of your mouth. Sense any part of your body that wants to settle or release. Even a small adjustment, a tilting of the neck, a changing of your sitting posture, can send a signal that says, I'm showing up for myself gently today. You're doing beautifully. Let's speak to that part of us that gets overwhelmed or discouraged about handling money or habits. That part that says, I should have been better with this, or I don't know what I'm doing. That voice deserves space, not to run the show, but to be heard with compassion. Here's a soft affirmation to bring in now. I am learning at my own pace. Each check-in is a step forward. I release the illusion of urgency. Yes, releasing the illusion of urgency. That's big. Most spending urges whisper, "This is your only chance," or "You'll miss out," or "This will solve the feeling." And truly, time shows us there is always another option, another moment, another breath. As we invite in mindful spending habits, we also invite balance. Maybe you try something like the 5% rule. You don't have to get it exactly right. But the idea is to notice if 5% of what you spend this week could be shifted towards something that reflects your long-term values, or self-tending or peace of mind. Even the smallest shift sends ripples. Let's honor the quiet victories here. Maybe yesterday, instead of impulse buying something, you stepped outside, or you breathed, or you postponed a decision. That is practice, that is strength. And if you didn't do any of those things, that is also okay. We begin again every time we notice. That's the whole path. Now let's bring in a mini tool we can carry with us all the time. It's called inner voice slowing. When you're about to make a spending choice, whether it's big or small, try to slow down your inner voice. Speak to yourself as if you're explaining it to a kind friend. This reduces the charge, the urgency. It can sound like this. "I noticed this caught my attention. I have the option to choose or pause. I want to feel peaceful about my decisions." See how that feels in the body just to slow it all down? Often the pressure to act vanishes. What remains is your wisdom. And now let's offer compassion back to the part of you that feels frustrated when money feels tight or when old patterns loop. That part is trying. Survival instincts, emotional comfort, and stress all tie into spending. And that's not failure, that's response. We just get the chance, with time, to respond differently. Let's offer this softness. It's okay to not have had all the tools yesterday. It's okay to learn while living. I'm learning what enough feels like, in money and in life. You're doing so well being right here just as you are. As we begin to wind down this reflection, let's walk gently through a 3-step closing ritual. Step 1, appreciate. Take a moment to internally thank yourself for showing up, to invite patience, awareness, and calm into your relationship with spending. Step 2, choose. Quietly choose a phrase or word that reflects how you want spending to feel this week. Maybe it's ease or clarity or balance. Let the word rest in your body like a soft pebble in water. Step 3, anchor. Return your attention to your breath, no force, just noticing. Feel it flowing through you like a slowly rocking tide. With each gentle inhale, you return. With each exhale, you allow. You can carry these practices with you from this moment forward, not as rigid rules, but as soft tools. Do a little, then do a little more. Presence builds trust. Trust invites change. Today's intention word is alignment. Let this be your quiet guide, always within reach.